welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys 3 ways / 3 methods to lose weight. So there's 3 different ways you can go about losing weight, and I'm going to be talking about it in today's video. These 3 ways do work. They are based on science, so I am confident in sharing these ways to lose weight with you guys. So if you are wanting to lose weight and you're not sure where to start, what method to do, then today's video is for you. So if you like today's video, guys, and you find it helpful, informative, I would really appreciate it if you left a like. You can even click it right now just to help me out. I really appreciate it. So thank you so much by just clicking that like. And if you aren't already subscribed, please be sure to subscribe. Join the family here on YouTube. We would love to have you. If you don't know who I am and this is the first video of mine you're watching, hello, my name is Louise. I have lost 120 pounds. I started my journey in January 2020 and I weighed 269 pounds. And I basically share my journey here on YouTube to help other people lose weight. I share what I've learned, I share my tips, I basically share everything. So if you would like to become part of that, join the family by subscribing and click the bell button so you get a notification every time I upload. So the most important thing for weight loss, the most important thing for you to know when you are wanting to lose weight is basically how do you actually lose weight, and that is by being in a calorie deficit, which just means that you are burning more calories than you are consuming. So if you think of calories as basically just energy is in food and drinks. So we basically, our body converts that food into energy and we use that energy. If we have too much energy and we're not burning that energy, basically we are having too much, and that basically turns into body fat, and that's how we gain weight. And if we are eating and consuming less energy or a certain amount of energy and our body burns more energy, then we basically start to lose body fat because our body uses fat stores for energy, and then that's how we lose fat. If we are basically at maintenance, if we're staying the same, we are basically consuming the same amount of energy as we are burning, so we basically stay the same. So yeah, that's basically a very simplified way, a basic way of understanding how our body works in weight loss. As long as we know that in order to lose weight, we need to be in a calorie deficit, because a calorie deficit is basically where you are eating less calories, you're burning more calories than you're consuming, and therefore your body is going to start using your fat stores for energy, and that's how you burn fat and you lose weight, basically. So first method in order to be in a calorie deficit is to exercise more. And this means you don't even have to do a specific workout program or a specific exercise. There's not like an exercise that like is the best for weight loss or the best fat burning exercise. You don't need to do that. All you need is to burn more calories than you are right now. So this is basically for a beginner, someone who doesn't know where to start with losing weight. You don't know what to do. The first thing that you can do is to exercise, to move more. This could be going out for a walk, adding in 30-minute walks every single day to your daily activity, standing up more, taking the stairs instead of elevator, walking more than driving, increasing your physical activity, standing up more. You can add in cardio. You can do 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Start off small. That's the best way to start, is starting off small and gradually building yourself up. So you can do 20 minutes cardio. You can join the gym, do the elliptical, walk on the treadmill. That's what I did. I basically started by walking for 20 minutes on the treadmill on an incline, and then I gradually added in the elliptical. That is a way you can get into a calorie deficit, because the more you move, more than you are now, so say this is your baseline, you're maintaining, you're staying the same, and you increase your activity, you're burning calories. So you're staying the same, so you're burning calories, you're getting into a calorie deficit, and you're going to lose fat by exercising more. Obviously there is a caveat to this, and why this probably isn't the best method to lose weight on its own is just because the more calories you burn, the more exercise, if you aren't managing your food intake basically, then you could, by burning more calories, you could be eating those calories back. It's very easy to eat those calories back, and therefore you won't lose weight. But if you keep your food the same, you eat them exactly the same, but you increase your activity and you increase the amount of calories you burn, then you are going to get yourself into a calorie deficit by just burning more calories, if that makes sense. Exercise is one method of losing weight, and it doesn't have to be, like I said, like a particular exercise. It could be an exercise that you enjoy, But as long as you were moving more, you were getting out, say increase your daily steps, get a step tracker, increase the amount of steps you are taking. I do have a video, literally my last video I've done is on how many steps a day to lose weight. Go watch that if you haven't watched that already. But you basically want to start off small and gradually increase the amount you're walking, increase the amount you're moving. You can add cardio in, so you could do every day, you could do 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, start off small, gradually build yourself up. But any extra activity you're doing is going to burn calories, which is going to make you get into a calorie deficit and going to lose weight. And the second way to ensure you are in a calorie deficit and lose weight is by eating less calories. So you can, like with the first one, you were burning more calories, so therefore you're going to get in a calorie deficit. This way, this method, by eating less calories, you are going to be consuming less energy, and in that way your body is going to be in a calorie deficit because you're burning more calories. So if you keep your activity the same but you're eating less calories, then your basically body is going to have to start using your fat stores for energy, and you're in a calorie deficit, so you're going to lose weight. The way you can make sure you are eating less calories, because it's kind of hard if you are basically never tracked calories, you don't understand anything about calories, how much calories is in food, to just say I'm going to eat less doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be in a calorie deficit, because you could severely underestimate how many calories you are actually eating. If you have never tracked calories, you've never looked at calories, and you have no understanding at all of how many calories are in food, to just say I'm going to eat less to lose weight, a lot of people can't really do that because you underestimate so much how much calories are in food. So the best way to do this, if this is your method to lose weight, is to start tracking your calories and actually know how many calories is in food, how much calories your body needs. And you don't necessarily have to do this. You can look at calories and just go for the lower calorie options. The food that you're eating now, just swap it for the lower calorie alternative. So for example, instead of drinking fizzy drinks, stop drinking full sugar fizzy drinks. You can maybe swap them for diet drinks, drink more water, drink more sugar-free drinks, lower calorie, zero calorie drinks. You can swap like full fat milk for skimmed milk, full fat yogurts for fat-free Greek yogurts. You can go for higher protein, lean sources of protein like chicken breast, rather than like red meats, go for more lean chicken breast, turkey, white fish, those kind of sources of protein. And make sure you're eating lots of fruits, lots of veg, loads of berries for fruits, so like lower calorie fruits like berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. Watermelon is really low calorie, those kind of fruits. And then like lots of veggies like mushrooms, spinach, all of those high volume, low calorie dense foods. If you are eating a lot more of that and you swap out your highly caloric foods and loads of takeaways, just cutting out the takeaways is going to cut down on your calories. Cutting down a lot on the high calorie, high processed foods and swapping them for more whole foods, more lean sources of meat and protein, and eating high volume, low calorie dense foods. You're going to be more full eating high volume, low calorie dense foods than you would be eating the high calorie dense, low volume foods basically. So then that way you're going to feel like you're eating the same amounts of food, you're not going to be as hungry, and you're going to lose weight because you're going to be consuming less overall calories. But to be extra sure that you are eating in a calorie deficit, it is best to track your calories and know how many calories you're eating, which is why I would say to download a fitness tracking app like MyFitnessPal. I do have a tutorial. If you've never used MyFitnessPal, you don't know how to track your calories, I have a tutorial on how to use MyFitnessPal. It's pretty simple. Like once you learn that skill, it's very easy to do. And then to figure out how many calories your body needs to lose weight, what I like to do is I like to go on a calorie calculator app basically, which you can go on tdeecalculator.net. I will leave that link down below. But you basically go on there, put in your details like your height, your weight, your activity level. Make sure that you're putting the right activity level. You're not overestimating how much active you are. I always like to say like go a little bit lower than what you think you are. And then that way you can work from there. If you start losing too much weight, then you can always increase your calories a little bit. But basically what it will do, it will give you a calorie amount for what your maintenance is. And it will give you you can actually set it to a cutting amount and it will give you a cutting amount of calories. Or you can just take your maintenance, what they've given you, and then reduce it by 500 calories, and that will make you lose a pound a week. So you can start by tracking your calories. You can change it on MyFitnessPal basically, your calorie goal, to your calorie goal that you want it to be. So say for example your maintenance is 2,000 calories, you reduce it to 1,500, you want to start eating 1,500 calories a day. Basically change MyFitnessPal to 1,500 calories and then start tracking. And that's basically how you use tracking to lose weight and eating in a calorie deficit to lose weight. And then the third method to lose weight, which I believe is the best way to lose weight and the most sustainable and the most likely to maintain your weight loss once you've lost it is to eat in a calorie deficit and exercise. So it's basically 1 and 2 combined. It's the best method. So you're making sure you are eating in a calorie deficit by tracking your food, and you are also, so you change the way you eat, basically you eat less calories, and you are exercising and burning calories as well. So that way it's going to give you the best outcome to lose weight, because it basically negates the factor of the first one, which can be like a negative of using only exercise to lose weight, which is basically you end up eating your calories back. So if you're tracking your calories, you make sure that you're not eating those calories back, and then you are also exercising and burning more calories, so your energy output is going up and your energy input is going down. So you're increasing your calorie deficit, making it easier to lose body fat, and also it makes it more sustainable in a way because you're burning more calories because you're moving more, so you can eat a little bit more calories. So for the example that I gave, that your maintenance is 2,000 and you want to reduce it by 500 calories to lose a pound a week, for example. Whereas if you are exercising as well as eating less, you can actually eat 1,750 calories, for example. You can half the amount of deficit because you are actually probably going to be burning more calories because you're exercising more. So you could do it like that, and that way you have more freedom with the food you eat. You get to eat a little bit more, especially if your exercise is lifting weights and building muscle, because the more muscle you have, the more muscle mass you have, it's more metabolically active, so you actually can eat a bit more calories than what you can when you don't have as much muscle. You basically burn more calories, so it just gives you the freedom to have more calories. And it is a good tip when you lose weight as well, is to build muscle and to lift weights, eat high protein, because in that way you have a lot more muscle mass. Doing both is optimal for losing weight, but it is a good idea to start off with one of the first two and then go on to basically adding them both together, if that makes sense, to be number 3. So you ultimately, if you do want to start with number 1, which is exercise, or number 2, which is tracking your calories, if you do want to start with one of them, you would like to eventually, once you've created the habit of that first, if that makes sense, then you would want to combine them both eventually to get to number 3, because it is the most optimal. But you can start off with just 1 or 2. The way I started was I did do number 3 first. So I basically did exercise and tracked my calories to lose weight, but I didn't do like lifting weights and like doing full-on training programs or full-on exercise programs. All I did was, my main focus was on the calories, so tracking my calories and changing the way I ate, and the exercise I did was literally just walking on a treadmill. So it was very simple. I didn't really have to think much about it. I was just building in the habit, burning more calories, increasing my activity, which exercise is really good for your health as well. So don't just think of it as burning calories, but it's good for your health. And obviously if you want to lose weight, we want to be losing weight to be healthier and fitter, and exercise does that. So you want to be looking at exercises like making yourself fitter and healthier, but in order to lose weight you do need to change your food habits and the way you look at food and learn about nutrition and stuff, which eating healthier, tracking your calories, learning about the food you're eating and what it does for your body is going to be like quite instrumental, like quite important for weight loss. So that's why you would want to optimize it by going to number 3 eventually and doing both. But you can lose weight with either just exercise or just tracking your calories. It is possible, because you just need to be in a calorie deficit. So you can decide what one you want to do first. If I was to give someone advice on what one to go first, if you're going to go for like number 1 or number 2, I would say tracking your calories or just changing the way you eat, going for lower calorie foods, eating healthier whole foods. It's probably the place you want to start. You want to address your eating habits first, and then maybe you can add in some walks, add in some activity, add in then cardio sessions, and gradually increase your activity once you've kind of set the foundations of your eating habits. Because you can, like with your exercise, eat the calories back if you're not being careful with what you eat as well. But you can, as long as like you eat the exact same and you exercise, you can actually get into a calorie deficit and lose weight that way. So you can actually just start adding in exercise and moving more, basically burning more calories to lose weight, and that it will work. But it will become a point where you will have to address the eating habits, and then the same with your eating habits as well. You will eventually want to add in exercise, which is why I say number 3 is optimal. But it's slow and steady, and you want to build yourself up to that point. The slower you basically start and you add in basically new habits, and increase your activity, change the way you eat gradually over time, the more sustainable it will be, and the more like it will stick, and it will just become a new lifestyle for you, which is what you want, because the way you lose weight is how you keep it off. Once you've lost the weight, you need to sustain your new healthy lifestyle in order to keep the weight off. You don't want to lose weight and then regain it. It's pointless. We've all done that. It's not fun. But yeah, that's the 3 ways and 3 methods and how you can get into a calorie deficit and lose weight. It is possible to do it either one of them ways. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope it was helpful. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed today's video, if you found it helpful. Leave me a comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.